Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed away serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. Salat. And salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth that's teaching this truth sincerely and for righteousness' sake. This video is going to be on so-called toxic masculinity. I think that psychologists, feminists and psychologists are always trying to come up with new shit. I mean, in all honesty, you already know what it's always about with feminists. I don't know who the fuck coined the term. I think it's a stupid term. I think they should have came up with a better terminology for sleazy behavior, because the behavior that I've been led to understand as being described as toxic masculinity doesn't really refer to masculinity at all. It refers to men that are a little forward, a little abusive, as far as not so much abusive, but just kind of sexually inappropriate. Smacking a woman on the ass, a woman that's not your woman, or saying shit like justifying rape by saying, oh, she had it coming and all that shit like that. That's the shit that I hear is what's called toxic masculinity, or categorized. And I think that phrase is stupid as fuck. And I'm going to share with y'all why. Okay? You're demonizing masculinity, It's like, we in this society, being a manly man, being standing up for manhood, is looked at in a negative light. Just like how it's wordplay a lot of times, and this wordplay, us men always get the short end of the stick as it relates to these words, because things such as toxic masculinity, when you really do the science on that, people are gonna associate toxic with masculinity, the same way people have said disliking faggots is homophobia. No, if you actually break down the word homophobia, it means you're afraid of faggots. So if you say something that's against faggots, they're going to call you a term which actually means you fear faggots. Or racism. You made up a word to tell people someone who hates a particular race. But then everything is classified as racism. Somebody being racially ignorant is considered racism. I watched this movie called Bodied last night, which is about battle rap, fictional movie, and they kept talking about racism, and all it is stereotypes, things that people perceive about other races, but they call that shit racism. Racism means to love a race, to believe in a particular race. It's not when you have incorrect assumptions about other races. It's not about being it's not even about hating other races. But they create these terms, in their institutions, that get misjudged throughout society. Feminism. A woman that believes in rights for women and shit. Believes in better treatment of women. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, you believe in that too. But we're not going to call ourselves feminists because the way people practice feminism, and when I say we believe in that too, we believe that women should be treated well. This society, with all its catering to women, doesn't treat them well. What they do is they use women. A woman being treated well is in the home with her husband and doing what the fuck she's supposed to do, just like the husband is doing what he's supposed to do. Everything in its proper order. That's really being treated well. When you allow a woman to wear pants and allow men to wear fucking dresses, that's not treating them well. That's giving them liberties that weren't given to them by God. So why are you giving them liberties like that? That's not treating them well. Everything in its proper course. That's treating someone well. And when you do things in your proper course, the proper order of life, that's being treated well. If a woman is a good woman, she gets rewarded by having many children, bringing forth children, getting that love, getting that attention. You know what I'm saying? That's being treated well. So if you stand up for that, you're a feminist. You believe in women. You have love for women. You believe that people should get, women should get fair treatment. Now, fair doesn't mean equal, meaning the same fucking treatment as men. That's just against the natural order of things, and that's actually abusing women because it's putting them in a position that they were not created to be in. So toxic masculinity, it could be misconstrued as a lot of things. It could be misconstrued as a lot of different things, but one thing that it's not is what the way they're describing it. It's sleazy behavior that could also be done by women. You know how many times a woman has smacked me on the ass? A lot more times than I've smacked stranger women on the. I'll put it this way: women that have I have not smacked any strange woman that I didn't know on the ass as much as I've been smacked on the ass by strange women that I didn't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. But do you call that toxic feminism? Femininity? Do you consider a woman that does sleazy shit? Because I've been hit on by a lot of fucking women. I used to fucking work at this supermarket over here, literally a couple blocks from here, and was getting hit on by older women. Is that toxic femininity? So it's like an attack on masculinity. By associating the word toxic with it, you create a whole new definition of it. And it's one of those terms where you're going to have to study psychology to understand it, because it's like, the phrase itself does not do justice to what it actually means, what people are saying toxic masculinity is. And that's the shit that's bothersome about that phrase. Toxic masculinity. And like I said, it's a door that swings one way. It only attacks men. What about toxic femininity? It's like everything, Another friend of mine said, boys will be boys. The phrase boys will be boys is basically the key why they have to have a phrase called toxic masculinity. Which I get it, man. Listen, a lot of men have taken the authority and the power that God has given us, Most High has given us, and twisted it to just mean we can treat women like anything. I understand that. You know, we don't believe in that here. We believe that, you know, women, good women especially, good women that do what they're supposed to do, are supposed to be treated well. You know, but the scriptures also say a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. So there's a time and place. You know what I'm saying? You got bad women out here that don't deserve the respect, but they call themselves queens. I know a bitch on social media. Her fucking page literally says she keeps it classy, never trashy, just a little nasty. And when I tell you 90% of her pictures is her in a two-piece or her half naked, you know, it's like you want to show off your fucking body so bad, you know. And then her shit happens to say now in a relationship. So now you're showing off your half naked body to all these people. You know what I'm saying? So you're classy, which is one thing you're not. Never trashy, which is a fucking lie, because all you're fucking the other night she posted a whole bunch of videos. She had a fucking top that almost stopped at where the nipples start. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like that's toxic femininity. That's over sexualizing of the woman. You know, why don't you dress like a dress modest? You're supposedly in a relationship, and a lot of these bitches throw in a relationship on their social media just to fucking, like, just for kicks. A lot of times I've spoken to women that said, no, I just throw that shit on there just, you know, to keep certain people away or to whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like people, this whole society, everything's a smokescreen. Everything is a term. Racism, homophobia. Why would I be homophobic? Why would I fear faggots? Faggots should fear the condemnation that I would speak to them, you know what I'm saying, if they don't repent. Even the word religion, man. If you actually, you know, as Israelites, we've broken down the word religion to mean what it meant in Greek or whatever. But, you know, let's keep it real, man. Religion, what we do is to a degree a religion. You know, it's a system, it's a belief system, and it has, you know, rites, it has rituals, it has holy days, it has everything that goes into a religion. You know, but we don't identify with religion because of what religion or the terminology of religion does to people out there in these religions. We don't want people to associate the truth with Islam and Christianity, so that's why we shy away from the word religion. But in a sense, we are religious. You know, we are spiritual. We are seeking the Most High. It's just that this world has fucked up, you know, the terminology. So by saying you're religious, you're associated with one of these false ass religions. So you're associated with Christianity. It's like being Christian. We're Christians, meaning we're followers of Hamashiach Yahushua. But the reason why we don't call ourselves Christian is because we don't want people to start aligning us and saying you guys are like them. That's why we don't want to call ourselves Christian. So to this toxic masculinity shit, it's like, is it toxic to be masculine? Is that what you're saying? You know, I get what you mean by it, but the phrase is stupid as fuck. The phrase is so stupid, it's beyond dumb. Call it what it is, man. A bunch of fucking immature ass men that over sexualize women and just utilize women and whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're against that. That's fornication. We don't, you know, in Israel, you know, we believe in a man and a woman lay down together, they're together. You know, that's a marriage. You know, there's a follow-up to that. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's fornication. You know, so we don't believe in toxic masculinity in the truth. But we do believe in masculinity. And masculinity itself is not toxic. It's just that I don't respect the way this society puts words together and psychological terms and all that shit, because it plays on words. The society plays on words. Religious, Christian, homophobic. All these words are words, racist, feminist. These are all words that this society has taken and took it out of its original context. These words are not, or these phrases and terms are not actually things that they don't match up. The etymology of these words and phrases don't match up with what you're actually trying to say about it. Toxic masculinity means basically poisonous masculinity. All right? So what does that mean? Does that mean that by being masculine, you're doing shit that's toxic or poisonous? But the behavior that you're classifying isn't toxic behavior. It's behavior that is a result of a toxic mentality of men. But the problem is, women have that same fucking behavior too. So it's not masculinity that's bad. It's evil. It's sleazy behavior. It's you know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck do you want? It's like this society like wants to put masculine men on a fucking through a magnifying glass and analyze everything we do and say. But what about what everybody else does? What about the shit that gay people do wrong? What about the shit Jewish people do wrong? What about the shit women do wrong? It's like everything is man. You go on social media and everybody's talking about how niggas ain't shit, men ain't shit, men. Always the fucked up thing is men. Men are slime. I remember when I was in middle school, they had a show on Hot 97 or whatever, or a little segment called Men Are Slime. They even had a little catchy song to it, talking about how evil and bad men are. Like it comes to a point where what the fuck, man? Am I gonna always bear the brunt of having been born with a rod? You know, toxic masculinity. No, bitch. It's not even toxic. Toxic is when it poisons others. That's how stupid it is. All right? How about instead of saying toxic masculinity, just find the term that actually fits the behavior? You know, because when you say toxic masculinity, it sounds like you're kind of pointing at masculinity, period. And again, it's behavior that's not just men. Women have done it. Women are guilty of it too. So while you're attacking masculinity with words, you're not actually helping society identify any behaviors, because you're it's a misnomer. You know, I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying, but these terms, and I guess the reason why I'm so hell bent on it is because I got a degree in English. So it's like things that are named wrong piss me the fuck off, man. They piss me the fuck off. You know, and not only do they piss me off, they're also unfair. You want to talk about fair? You want to talk about right from wrong? You know, it is what it is, man. But anyway, you know, my rant is over. I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed away serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. Shalom.